Our first story today comes from a good friend, former colleague of both Kate and I in the Diocese of Milwaukee, Gary Manning, who couldn't be with us today. He has Zooms, like we all do. So he sends this story of grace to share, and we want to begin our storytelling with it today.
Thanks, Jonathan and friends, for asking about a moment of grace. I don't know if anyone else can relate to this, but I've spent so much time trying to keep up with all the things as we continue to navigate this sheltering in place order here in Wisconsin. I've probably been more caught up with all the stuff that's falling through the cracks rather than how God's presence is holding us all together. Turns out, though, your invitation along with our ensuing conversation were just the opportunities I needed to remind me to be on the lookout for the countless ways God's grace presents itself every day in countless ways if we're just paying attention. So here's one personal moment. My 84-year-old mom, who lives in Florida, had a health issue at the end of last week, and so she spent the night in the hospital. Fortunately, everything seems to be okay, and we're grateful for that. But while she was in the hospital, her 11-year-old great-granddaughter, my sister's grandchild, used some of that native digital wizardry to get the YouTube app installed on my mother's TV. Now, why would an 84-year-old Baptist lady in Florida who's never even sent an email and routinely refers to, quote, that book of faces, end quote, want YouTube? Well, turns out she wanted YouTube so she could watch her 61-year-old son, who's an Episcopal priest in Wisconsin, preach on the big screen. She said, "It was almost like you were here." Being so far from her at a time like this is hard, and it's especially hard because we don't know when I'm going to get to visit again. So having my grandniece make this moment of connection happen for our family was pure grace, for which I am profoundly thankful. Thank God for the gift of grace. Thank Sid for the gift of tech support. And thank you, Jonathan, for the gift of friendship. Be well.